You're not seeing things. This new LEGO Batman trailer just confirmed that this isn't just a game about little bricks. It's the greatest Dark Knight simulator ever made in history. I analyzed every frame of the recent trailers and found references ranging from the 1939 Batman to the controversial Absolute Batman, which LEGO themselves confirmed after I commented about it here on the channel. Today, we're going to uncover the secret of the evolving Batcave, the secret skins, and why this game might surpass the Arkham saga in content. Come with me. That's right, guys. The new LEGO Batman is getting closer and closer. And with that, the game's marketing has gotten more aggressive. Several trailers, images, and news dropped over the past month, and now we're going to analyze every tiny detail of every trailer so you can get as hyped for the game as I am. This is the trailer that right off the bat has like 300 movie and game references. Man, how can you not love this '89 Batman reference here when the Joker invades the museum? This is the point I want to talk about the most regarding the game, which is the Batcave. Because I thought this part here was absolutely incredible. It's spectacular. There's no other way to put it. It's so good. And then there are references, right? Two-Face from Batman Forever. More Batman Forever. The Batman with the little duck. Then there's Black Mask back there. And this one? Oh my god. Oh my god. No, this is too incredible. Look at this. This is the perfect Batcave. LEGO version, of course, but this is the perfect Batcave, guys. It's unreal. This is unreal. You're gonna walk around this map. This isn't concept art. You are actually in this map. Man, I freaked out over this. I genuinely freaked out. This is so good. Then there's the little symbol for the Dark Knight suit, Red Hood, '89 Batman with Catwoman, Batman Returns. I am really loving this fusion of elements they are doing, because it's the beginning of Batman in Arkham Asylum with Heath Ledger's Joker. This is so good. And then they're showing the gadgets too. Look at this, man. This is so incredible. The guy dodged the rocket, pulled off a sensational combo. Them doing this Arkham gameplay was the best idea of all time for this game. Look here, this map is amazing. There's a ton of stuff here. You can see a sign for Jitter's Coffee Shop. There are some LEGO version movie posters over there. That's Ocean's 11, The Matrix, Goodfellas, Mars Attacks. Man, so good. Space Jelly being a reference to Space Jam. Choka is clearly a reference to the movie Wonka, and also Grey Ghost Returns references the Beware the Grey Ghost episode from Batman the Animated Series, specifically the vinyl record poster from the animated series. Very cool. Right after, Batgirl is wearing the Burnside suit, which was one of her popular comic book eras. Man. Then there's Wayne Manor. Here it is. Little young Bruce Wayne disobeying his parents. Man, that's so cool, dude. Him in the Grey Ghost outfit is so good. It's this thing of mixing elements, right? That's what's cool, because it's not just from the movies. They're grabbing things from the comics and the animated shows too. In this case here, it's from Batman the Animated Series, right? The best source to pull references from, right? And this whole backstory they gave in the cartoon about him liking the Grey Ghost, that somehow influencing him to become Batman, is so incredible. And I like that they combined this with Bruce's origin in LEGO Batman. Because there's also this part here of the man who falls, right? Which we see in Batman Begins, but which they pulled from an '80s comic. Now it's the Batcave. No, this right here is so incredible. It starts with just a hole in the ground full of bats. Bats and also the stuff that, bats leave behind, right? So good. In this trailer, it said that as Batman grows and becomes a great myth in Gotham City, the Batcave will grow too. But it won't be an automatic thing. You're going to do the Batcave upgrades that the game provides. Because this is a dream. I always thought it would be cool to have in a Batman game, but there's never been a game where you had this opportunity, Truly, this is a perfect detail for LEGO Batman. Look at this. It starts with this little thing here digging, which even reminds me of that vehicle Batman uses in the Snyder Cut, right? Then they start digging, and it turns into this fantastic Batcave. Look at this. Look at the amount of Batmobiles back there, and you'll be able to use all of them. All of them. Holy crap, dude, this is unreal. Then there are the suits. Damn, these are such good suits. Look over there on the left. Rainbow Batman, 70s Batman right there, Neil Adams. Damn, so good. Man, this suit appeared for just a few months in the comics, and it already has a Lego version. It's the suit Batman used in DC KO Night Fight. So good, man. Next up, we have the BVS suit, man. Sensational. And in the back, there are a ton, dude. Absolute Batman in the back. What is this? Look at this. Yes, Absolute Batman is real, guys. Even Scott Snyder himself, who is the writer, shared a video talking about the skin in the game while he was playing with that very skin. Wow, I can't believe this, dude. LEGO answered all our requests. I had even made another response video to LEGO months ago, talking about what I was most hyped for in the game and also what I wanted to see, since they had commented before on another video here on the channel. Honestly, I still can't believe LEGO themselves commented on one of our videos. Thank you so much, LEGO. You answered our prayers. Man, it's incredible seeing all these suits in this Batcave like this. I can't believe it. It's so incredible, dude. In this image coming up next, we have the DC KO Night Fight Batman, Matt Fraction's recent Batman with his gray and blue suit, Zero Year Batman, the 70s Batman that became best known through Neil Adams' art style, 89 Batman, can't leave that one out, right? Batman Begins, Absolute Batman, Batman the Animated Series, and wrapping up this image, Batman Arkham Asylum.
In another image, we have Batman Ninja. This Batman, which is an original suit for the game, meaning besides all these suits, there will also be a game original. There's the Batman suit from the old 1943 show and Batman 66. From another angle, the 1889 Batman. In another corner, we have the Dark Knight Batman, Batman the Brave and the Bold. Then there's this other suit that looks like it's from the Immortal Legend Batman comic. Next to it, we have Batman with the Tengu mask, which is the one he uses during training after having his back broken by Bane. The purple Batman is from '89, specifically from the Nintendo game, the Batman from Merry Little Batman, and the classic 2008 LEGO Batman. There's also the classic LEGO Batman suit from the sets that LEGO themselves sells, like the one popping up for you to buy right now down here in the corner of the screen. And the other skin next to it, although similar, is actually the skin from the LEGO Batman movie. And look at this insane detail. Some of these suits we saw here are available in physical LEGO sets that I've linked down below in our YouTube shopping carousel and in the Amazon description. Also, stay tuned, because some of these new sets from the Legacy line come with exclusive codes to unlock early content in the game. If you want to secure the game on pre-order or already start building your physical Batcave while you wait for the release, the safe links are right down below. It's totally worth it for collectors.
From another angle, we can see the Batman from Batman and Robin. On the other end, the other suit from the same movie, being the suit he uses to fight Mr. Freeze. And to wrap things up here, there's also Vampire Batman. From another angle, we also have Rainbow Batman, and we also have the Batfleck suit from the Nightmare scenes. Another cool detail, also involving suits, besides Gordon's regular outfit, we'll also get Gordon in his Batman suit, which he wore back in the New 52 comics. Next to it, there's a SWAT uniform, maybe being a reference to the Dark Knight movie, and a skeletal uniform, which possibly comes from a Batman of Gotham comic, where Batman was having hallucinations of a skeletal Gordon. Guys, before we move on to the vehicles, if you're a Batman fan and want to keep up with every secret of this release, go ahead and click that subscribe button and leave a like. Comic Chronicles is the official spot for anyone wanting the complete guide to Gotham.
It's so cool. I loved the yellow logo up there, you know? Then the Batmobiles, the first appearance of the Batmobile. Batman the Animated Series, Batman Forever, Batman 66, Tumblr, The Batman, 89 Batman, and that one on the left being from the Batman and Robin movie. And then comes an overdose of gameplay features, the weapon and character upgrades, because you have the icons there showing the entire skill tree for Batman, Commissioner Gordon, Catwoman, Robin, Batgirl, and Nightwing, man. Plus, you'll collect trophies throughout the game and place them in the Batcave, dude. Sensational! And check this out. Look back there. There's the Court of Owls Lego. Is there going to be a chunk of the story with the Court of Owls? Or is it like you just get the trophy? It'll be interesting if there is. There's also the Mad Hatter's hat that controls people's minds. And that bomb? It's the bomb from the classic scene in the 66 Batman movie.
There's also that rocket toy thing that's in the Lego games. It's hilarious. I remember it's in the first one, right? And man, wow, you can train in the Batcave, dude. Zack Snyder is gonna love this feature, huh? You can get jacked. Look at this, dude. Look at the amount of suits. There are so many Batman suits. And it doesn't stop with Batman. We also see Gordon's suits up there. And over on the left, we have Batgirls. Holy crap, look at the amount of suits, dude. The game already has everything, and I'm complaining with a full mouth. But wouldn't this absolute Batman skin be cooler if Batman's body were giant? Something kind of like the Hulk in the Marvel games. Even just to be more faithful to absolute Batman, who is way beefier than normal Batman. But still, it's amazing. It's a lot to already have these skins in the game right off the bat, and not have to wait a long time for them to drop as DLC. Man, this pirate one, I remember this comic, and I had already talked about it in a specific video here on the channel. I remember this comic, Batman of Zur-En-Arrh. Wow, this one turned out sick, huh?
This one here is that 1889 Batman skin, Gotham by Gaslight. Batman Ninja, classic Lego Batman. Vampire Batman, BVS armor, man, awesome. Wow, this Barbara Gordon suit is also super classic, right? Too good, man.
Hey, whoa, wait a minute, you can't...
Wait a minute. Holy crap, that's not Batman's voice. It's the voice of someone wearing the Batman suit. It's Dick Grayson. I think it's Dick Grayson's voice. Will this actually be in the game? Man, I'm freaking out here. And what if there really is a part of the story where Dick Grayson takes up the mantle of Batman? Wow, this is truly gonna be the complete Batman story, right? Maybe at a certain point there'll be nightfall and Bane will manage to break Batman, so then Dick Grayson becomes Batman and watches over Gotham with Batgirl? I love this. In this other moment, you can keep track of the missions you have to do, right? And it also shows villains that have already been captured. At least that's what it looks like. In the case of this video, you can change the Batcomputer's wallpaper. So good. Wow. We'll also have the classic collectibles that form the trophies. We had already seen those chips in the gameplay trailer. And we'll also have gadgets, lots of gadgets. That's where Lego Batman's creativity comes in. They're using these gadgets that are in the Arkham series, but I think there's one or two they invented for the game. Like, that wasn't in Batman Arkham, and they're creating stuff too.
Man, this store here. You know, is that moment when Catwoman is in Batman Returns, right? When she goes into that store? I think it's supposed to be that moment from the movie. Guys, look at the amount of vehicles. Wow, Gordon is inside the Batcave. Then there's Gordon's little police car. Oh, so that's it. Look, you go to the monitor and select which one you want. And right back there in this other scene is that diner from Batman Arkham Knight. No, and it's cool that you have the options to use the Batmobile, right? Because in Arkham Knight, you can even do that, but it's only after you beat the game, right? During the game, you can't do that. Now, in Lego Batman, you can. That's what I really wanted, you know? Hold on. Pinball? You can play pinball? It's possibly just a thing for you to actually play, or it's just Batman messing around there. I don't know, maybe it gives his stats an upgrade, right? Man, you can even take a dip in a jacuzzi. There's a lot of stuff in this game, guys. So much stuff. It's time for Batman in Gotham City to build his legacy. Batman, Legacy of the Dark Knight. Pre-order now and get the Batman The Dark Knight Returns skin.
By the way, if you want to make sure you're diving into this massive Gotham world on day one, I've linked the physical edition for pre-order in the description and our YouTube shopping shelf. Getting the physical copy is a win for collectors, and through our Amazon link, you're not only securing your copy, but also supporting Comic Chronicles at no extra cost. Check it out if you want to guarantee those pre-order bonuses we just talked about.
And I have no doubt, this is the biggest game in Batman's history. And I don't want to be naive here either. I know it's Lego Batman. When the future Batman Arkham game comes out, you know, the one rumored to be in development, it'll be different. Everyone wants a new Batman Arkham game, right? We also want one for Superman, Wonder Woman, but what I mean is that in terms of content, a game like this will probably never happen again. We're talking about a game that will feature the entire history of Batman. Man, we saw that cutscene there where Batman's voice didn't sound like Batman, right? It was probably Dick Grayson's voice right there. So like, I don't doubt that there's a moment in the game's story where Batman falls and then Dick takes up the mantle. When would you ever get that in a Batman game that covers his entire history? That's never gonna happen again. And they went all out. Since it's the game that's gonna have Batman's whole history, the Batcave will also evolve, because that happens too. The Batcave is constantly getting upgrades. I just realized that 100%ing this game is madness. Man, it's really gonna be tough to 100% and platinum this game, huh? This right here, to me, is the dream Batman game. To me, the premise of the story is really cool, and they're adding all these mechanics, making a LEGO game as close as possible to a AAA game. Because, to be honest, people have a certain prejudice against LEGO games, right? Oh, it's LEGO, it's kind of childish, that game isn't AAA, it'll never be AAA. People say that, but this game right here is breaking the limit of what a LEGO game is, even compared to the last Star Wars one, which was already a really important game for the LEGO franchise. But this LEGO Batman is on another level in terms of content.
It has the Batcave. It has Gotham City. The sheer amount of missions. The fact that they're going to adapt all the movies, mixing them with the games, with Batman the Animated Series and the other Batman cartoons, and with the comics. And the more I look at this Batcave, the more I see that it is the perfect Batcave. So if you were to ask me, is there a way to turn this Batcave we're seeing in LEGO Batman into a DCU version? Imagine this isn't LEGO. Imagine this is live action. Man, I think this is what I'd want in a DCU Batcave, you know? It kind of reminds me of the New 52 Batcave, and before that, Grant Morrison's Batcave, which has multiple levels and a round central area. The 2004 The Batman also had that vibe. I like that a lot. There's also the fact that you grow these places. You upgrade them, dig them out, and build this place to hold the Batmobiles, to store the suits, to display the trophies.
Dude, this was something I always dreamed of in the Arkham games, because with the exception of Arkham Origins, you don't go to the Batcave. Arkham Origins has this really cool concept of you going back and forth to the Batcave, but in practice, in Arkham Origins, you have no real incentive to go back to the Batcave, except for when you actually need to for the mission. There's no concept of, oh, let's upgrade the Batcave. The most you can do is upgrade your weapon, right? But it's part of the game and the training aspect. Later on, that thing that happens with Alfred in the Batcave in Arkham Origins, because it's an early career Batcave, it's very small. The awesome Arkham Batcave we see is in those Predator maps in Arkham Knight. Man, it's awesome there, but it's not in the story. You don't walk around it in the game. You can't go back to the Batcave during gameplay. That was always something that bothered me in Arkham Knight, because I want to have that experience of coming and going. And now we not only have that experience, but we also have the upgrades, right? Truly, they are making the definitive Batman game. They are making the definitive Batman game. Recently, we had the specialized critics highlighting the positive points. A lot of people are enjoying the 2-hour gameplay session they had access to. But we also had other videos revealed, like, for example, a bit more of the gameplay involving James Gordon. We see him helping Batman, getting into a confrontation with the crew using his little goo gun, which can't be a firearm, so he uses a different kind of weapon. But this version of Gordon seems to be a lot of fun for the fans.
And the latest controversy the game got wrapped up in was the fact that we had the inclusion of the De Novo software in the PC version. It's basically a software to try and prevent piracy. However, this software tends to complicate the game's performance a bit on the PC version. Maybe that's why the basic minimum requirements are so high for the PC version. People were a bit outraged about this detail being added to the PC info too. Not that it's hard for people to crack De Novo to pirate games. That's happened with other games that had this system. But at the end of the day, this detail angered the fans.
Moving on now to other details involving Gotham City. We also had several short videos showing various graffiti scattered around the city. In the lineup of graffiti in Gotham City, you see a ton of references popping up. First, we have a mural right there that possibly references Batman and Robin, considering Poison Ivy, Mr. Freeze, Batman, Batgirl, and Robin all show up. Possibly something along those lines, even if it's not necessarily a poster in that exact layout. And you even have a reference to the Gotham Knights. Then, we move on to the great architects of Gotham City, starting with Cyrus Pinckney, a character who first appeared in the Legends of the Dark Knight comic, and one of the important architects in turning Gotham City into the Gothic city we know.
chances are, if you like the Arkham series, you probably did the Pinckney mission in Batman Arkham Origins. Additionally, we have Bruce Wayne's ancestor, Judge Solomon Wayne, who financed Cyrus Pinckney's projects, a very important judge. Moving on to other references, we have the Gray Ghost over there, who here will be Bruce's childhood hero, just like in the animated series, emulating the vibe of Christopher Nolan's The Dark Knight. The Gray Ghost returns, making a reference to Batman Returns with that classic 1992 poster.
From there, we move on to a tribute involving Frank Miller's artwork in Batman Year One. You have that famous scene of Batman leaping with the Bat logo behind him, which really is a strong reference to Batman, seeing as Carmine Falcone also appears in the scene. The other graffiti here points to a classic Golden Age Batman cover, specifically Batman number 9. This image is quite a classic, having been recreated a few times throughout the history of the Caped Crusaders comics. We also have the Joker showing up, striking several poses that are iconic from his time in the Batman comics. Brian Boland's famous scene in The Killing Joke is recreated in the art style, along with the outfits involving the Dark Knight Batman with Heath Ledger. This other image also references a well-known Batman comic. Actually, it's a very famous cover by Jock from Detective Comics during Scott Snyder's run called The Black Mirror. Of course, the Joker is messing around trying to dodge the various bats in the image, but this reference turned out cool too. It's an iconic Joker cover. Now, this next one caught a lot of people's attention. We have Batman, Nightwing, Batgirl, and Robin. Could we get a reveal of another Robin in the game? Tim Drake? Jason Todd? Damian Wayne? This graffiti is based on a very famous piece of art by Pat Gleason, where you see Batman and the Robins, Nightwing, Jason Todd, Tim Drake, and Damian. Huge references in the graffiti here. The team was really creative. What can I say? I'm gonna buy this game. I want to play everything. I want to 100% it. Like I said, I think people have a bit of prejudice because when they see Lego, they judge it as childish. But I view this game as a game just as big as Arkham Knight. That's it. Actually, it might even be better than Arkham Knight, because since Arkham Knight doesn't have a perfect story, and this game doesn't seem to have story issues, I think there's a good chance many will like Lego Batman more than Arkham Knight. I think it's going to be an amazing game. I really want this game to be a hit, because maybe Warner will realize they can make this type of game with the other DC heroes. They could make a game of this magnitude for the Justice League or just Superman. Man, we never had a Lego Justice League, right? There was Lego Batman 3, which was basically a Justice League game, but they didn't call it Justice League. After this Batman game, they have to give the Justice League this kind of treatment. At the end of the day, Legacy of the Dark Knight looks to be the definitive love letter for anyone who grew up reading and watching the Bat. It's the AAA game we didn't expect, dressed in Lego. But what do you think? Would a giant absolute Batman be better, or is Dick Grayson taking up the mantle what will steal the show? Comment down below. Which of these 300 references made you freak out the most? I'm going to read all the comments. Don't forget to check out the Amazon and shopping items here in the video to support the channel. This is Comic Chronicles, and I'll see you in Gotham. Thanks!